Knowing this energy will give you the most influencing factors in your horoscope, and so not only should you see where an exalted planet or the Lagna Lord or the Nakshatra Lord is placed, but even the results of the Lagna Lord, the Nakshatra Lord or an exalted planet, what is the most influencing energy in the horoscope should be looked at, should be manifested to see its significations. Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. In a number of placements that we discuss, I try and bring to you new research, new insights, certain things which may have been spoken by very few people. Very few people may have taken insights into certain placements, into certain significations, in certain karakattvas. So today the placements that I'm talking about is what are the most influencing energies in your horoscope. These are looked at by virtue of where is the dispositor final energy or the concentration of the energy, looking at from a dispositor's point of view. Now, what do you mean by dispositor? A dispositor is nothing but a planet which is placed in a certain sign. Where is its ruler placed? And then where is that planet placed? Whichever sign it is placed, where is the ruler of that sign is placed, until we reach a final planet where the concentration of most of the energies is manifested in. Now it could be one planet where most of the energies are concentrated because it is controlling all the energies of the dispositor planets, or it could be more than one. So how do we see what is the most influencing factor? We see this by virtue of, we start with the Lagna Lord, where it is placed, and then looking at where the Lagna Lord, in whichever sign it is placed, where is its sign Lord placed, and then look at its sign Lord. Just to give you an example, suppose we have any ascendant you may see, but let's say you're starting with Mars, which is in the Lagna, because we always start with the Lagna first. And if Mars is in the Lagna, and Mars, say for example, is in the sign of Capricorn, then you see where is the Capricorn sign's Lord placed. Say the Capricorn sign Lord Saturn is placed in the sign of Pisces. Now if Saturn is placed in the sign of Pisces, then where is the dispositor of Saturn, which means the sign in which Saturn is placed, where is its ruler placed? The ruler of Pisces is Jupiter. Now say Jupiter is placed in Sagittarius in its own sign, then you end where? Because Jupiter's dispositor is nothing but its own energy. So Mars's dispositor is Saturn, Saturn's dispositor is Jupiter, Jupiter's own dispositor is also Jupiter, it plays in its own sign. So Mars's energy is focused in Saturn, which in turn is focused in Jupiter. So in eventuality, Mars's energy is also placed indirectly in Jupiter, Saturn's energy is also placed indirectly in Jupiter. So Jupiter is the controlling energy at least of these two planets, and that's how we see of all the 9 planets including Jupiter, because Jupiter seems to be one of the influencing factors, at least in this example. So when we look at all the 9 planets influencing energies by virtue of where their dispositor is placed, where is the final dispositor's energy placed, then we can calculate where is the most influencing energy of the horoscope, and looking at that most influencing energy, that most influencing planet, then looking at its significations, its rulership, then we can also point towards where at least certain important results of life are coming from by virtue of they being able to influence life's decisions. So the example that we gave, Jupiter will be influencing a number of factors in this person's life, whether it's career, whether it is maybe marital life or whatever, specifically connected to where Jupiter is placed and which energies it is controlling. So let's jump in and see with 2 examples of how you calculate where the most influencing energy in the horoscope is placed, and how the life of these 2 particular individuals whose horoscopes we are deep diving into without revealing their names, how their life have turned out and churned out certain results by virtue of where the final dispositor's energy is placed. Now let's look at this horoscope. The lagna of this horoscope of this person is Cancer sign, and you have planets placed in different houses. So we always start with the lagna or the lagna lord. Now where is the lagna lord of this particular ascendant place? The lagna lord is moon, and moon is placed in the sign of Sagittarius. Now because moon is placed in the sign of Sagittarius, where is the ruler of Sagittarius? Jupiter placed. The ruler of Sagittarius sign, Jupiter, is placed in the Pisces sign. Where is the dispositor or ruler of the sign of where Jupiter is placed? Ruler of Jupiter's sign Pisces is Jupiter itself. So which means the concentration of moon's energy, the lagna lord's energy, is placed with Jupiter. So we give 1 point, some 1 percentage point, say for example, or certain percentage point to Jupiter. Then we go to the second house. We don't have any planets in the second house, we don't have planets in the third house, fourth house, but we do have Rahu in the fifth house. Now where is the dispositor of Rahu placed? Rahu is placed in the sign of Scorpio. So the dispositor of Rahu or the ruler of Scorpio sign is Mars. Where is Mars placed? Mars is placed in the 8th house. Yeah, house is not important, but the sign, and it's placed in the sign of Aquarius. So where is Mars dispositor place? Mars dispositor is Saturn by virtue of Saturn ruling Aquarius. So Mars dispositor Saturn is placed in the 12th house in the sign of Gemini. Then where is Saturn's dispositor or the ruler of the sign where Saturn is placed? Where is that placed? Which means where is Mercury placed? Mercury, the ruler of Gemini sign, is placed in debilitation in Pisces in the 9th house with the ruler of the 9th house or the Pisces sign Jupiter. So the final energy of Rahu by virtue of indirectly Rahu's energy being in Mars, Mars energy being in Saturn, Saturn's energy being in Mercury, goes back to Jupiter. So the concentration of energies of Rahu is also with Jupiter placed in the sign of Pisces in the 9th house. So you get another point. Jupiter gets 1 more point. Then you go to the 6th house. 6th house ruler, 6th house planet Moon we have already looked at because it is the lagna lord. Then 7th house has no planet. 8th house has Mars. Where is the concentration of Mars? We have already seen that Mars's energy is placed with its dispositor Saturn, whose dispositor Mercury is placed with Jupiter. So Jupiter gets another 1 mark. Then you go to the 9th house. Then you look at Sun. Where is the dispositor of Sun? Which means where is the ruler of the sign in which Sun is placed? The ruler of the sign Pisces in which Sun is placed is Jupiter. So Jupiter gets 1 more mark. Then the other planet Mercury. Where is the dispositor or the ruler of the sign of Pisces where Mercury is placed? Again Jupiter is placed in Pisces, where it gets 1 more mark. Then you go to Jupiter itself. Where is Jupiter placed? In its own sign. Jupiter gets an additional mark. Then you move on to the 10th house. Where is the 10th house planet's energy is placed? The 10th house has Venus. Venus's rulership or dispositor energy is Aries sign, whose ruler is Mars. Mars dispositor is Saturn. Saturn's dispositor is Mercury. Mercury is placed with Jupiter, which means Jupiter gets 1 more mark. Then with Ketu. Ketu's dispositor is Venus. Venus's dispositor is Mars. Mars dispositor is Saturn. Saturn's dispositor is Mercury. Mercury is placed with Jupiter in its own sign. So Jupiter gets 1 more mark. And then last, Saturn's dispositor is Mercury, placed with Jupiter. So you see, all the planets' main energy, the concentration, all the energy lies with one planet, Jupiter. Jupiter is placed in its own sign in the 9th house. So this is a very, very powerful signification. Now, you also should look at the energies of the Lagna Lord here, maybe also of the Nakshatra Lord. But whatever results will be manifested in this person's life will be manifested or be influenced by Jupiter. So what does this person do? This person manages stores in which high-end products connected to luxury products are placed. Especially, they are more or less connected with women. So this person manages stores where valued or luxury products of women are sold. So like a Gucci or a Prada. So those products which are used by women, this person is the store manager or the shop manager or the branch manager handling stores. So what do people in these stores do? These people guide or advise or give direction or consult people who come into their stores about which brand may be good for them. They may take them around, they may advise according to their budget, what are the new products and so forth. So Venus placed in the 10th house obviously is the overarching energy, but because Jupiter is where the concentration energies are placed, so Jupiter, the guide, the advisor, the consultant, teacher, is the one because of which the main energy of the job is connected to advising, guiding, telling people, consulting people, or teaching people about products and so forth. So this person's main role in her life, this is a lady, is guiding people, advising people in luxury products connected to Venus, because that's how the career is placed. Now there are other things also involved which also may be guided by this, not just the career. For example, Rahu is placed in the sign of Scorpio in the 5th house. Rahu is aspecting Jupiter in the 9th house. So this person by virtue of Rahu aspecting Jupiter and Rahu being in the 5th house of romantic liaisons, this person usually will find her romance with people who are not from her ethnicity, not from her religion, people who are very, very different from her background, from her social strata as well. So this person will have those kind of relations more every now and then in her life. Those kind of Jupiters or men will come in her life. Secondly, Rahu also aspecting Jupiter, that's why foreign products play a part. Luxury products play a part by virtue of Venus being placed in the 10th house, but foreign products playing a part because Rahu is aspecting Jupiter, which means her advice is connected to foreign products, because the concentration of Rahu is also with Jupiter and the concentration of Venus is also with Jupiter. And then Saturn being placed in the 12th house and Saturn's dispositor Mercury being placed in the 9th house with Jupiter. 9th house is the house of long distance travel, of foreign lands, or dealing with people from foreign cultures. So this person obviously, when she is taken through products, the guidance is coming from foreign lands, the main product managers are coming from foreign lands. So this is how the overall energy in terms of relations, career, her role in her life is also guided. Then her own value system, her own belief system is little different from the religion that her family professes. This person is more liberal, and that's why she has no qualms or has no hesitation in getting into relations with people from other religions as well. So her own belief system is very creative because of Mercury being in debilitation but in a niche bhangya. So the overall energy being manifested with Jupiter, overall dispositor energy being disposited with Jupiter. So Jupiter is the overarching energy or the most influencing energy in a horoscope. So you will find that every now and then most of our decisions in one way or the other will be influenced by Jupiter, may be directed by some other planets, some other energies. The strongest planet in a horoscope may be others, but the overarching influencing energy will always be Jupiter. Now let's see another example. Now in this example, this is also the chart of a lady. This lady has Venus and Saturn in her Lagna. Now let's see where the Lagna Lord is placed. The Lagna Lord Mercury is placed in the 12th house. Where is the dispositor of the Lagna Lord? Mercury. The dispositor of Lagna Lord Mercury, which is placed in the Taurus sign, is Venus. Venus rules Taurus sign, and Venus is placed in Mercury's own sign in Gemini, which means they're exchanging signs. That's why you get Venus and Mercury get 1 mark each. Then you go to, after the Lagna Lord, what are the planets in the Lagna? Venus. Again, Venus is exchanging signs with Mercury, so they get 1 mark again each. Then Saturn. Saturn is placed in the sign of Gemini, ruled by Mercury. Mercury is placed in Taurus. Taurus's ruler is Venus, exchanging signs. They get 1 more mark each. Then second house is empty, third house is empty, fourth house is empty, fifth house is Moon. Moon going into the 5th house, which gives a very creative, artistic denotation to this person. So this person will do something very creative, will follow in the line of what she loves to do in a creative, in an artistic manner. So that is the main manifestation of Moon in the 5th house. But where is Moon's dispositor placed? Moon's dispositor or ruler of the sign in which Moon is placed, that is Libra sign, is Venus. Venus is in the Lagna in Gemini. Gemini ruler Mercury is in the Taurus sign. Taurus ruler is again in Gemini. So Mercury and Venus exchanging signs. concentration of energies of moon are also with Mercury and Venus together. So again they get 1 more mark each. Then you go to the 6th house. 6th house is Rahu. Rahu is placed in Scorpio sign. Rahu is dispositor is Mars. Mars is placed in the Pisces sign. Okay, now whereas Mars is the dispositor or ruler of the sign in which it is placed, Mars is placed in the Pisces sign. Pisces ruler Jupiter is placed in the own sign in the 10th house. So Jupiter gets 1 more mark. Okay, then 7th house is empty, 8th house is empty, 9th house is empty, 10th house, Mars concentration of energy. We just looked at Rahu, now we have to look at Mars. Mars energy is in Pisces, Jupiter gets 1 more mark. Then you look at Jupiter. Jupiter is placed in own sign, then Jupiter should get 1 more mark here, say 3 marks. Then you go to Sun. Sun is in Taurus. Taurus ruler is Venus in Gemini. Gemini's ruler Mercury is in Taurus. So again Venus and Mercury get 1 more mark each. Then where is Mercury placed? In Taurus, which we have already seen being the Lagna Lord. So then we don't give any extra marks here. Then we go to Ketu. Ketu is placed in Taurus sign. Taurus ruler Venus is placed in Gemini sign. Venus ruler Mercury is placed in Taurus sign. Exchanging signs. So they get 1 more mark each. So we see that the overall concentration of most energies of this particular lady is with Venus and with Mercury, and then 3 marks are with Jupiter. So overarching energy here is mainly with Venus and Mercury, and then to a lesser extent Jupiter. However, Jupiter is placed in the 10th house itself, so this person also guides, teaches students. She teaches female students. Why female? Because Venus is in the Lagna, and because she teaches but in an artistic manner, she teaches students, female students, in fashion designing because of the creativity moon brings in. Why clothes or fashion designing? Firstly, Venus is the manifestation of fashion, luxury products, but the clothes are signifying skin because they are covering our skin, they are covering our outer body. And what is the skin manifested by? The skin is manifested by Mercury, and because they exchange sign, Venus is covering skin which is related to Mercury, and Mercury is connected to designing or giving taste to that skin. It's not just any cloth, but giving a shape, structure, so that the cloth looks good, it is glamorous, and it makes the person more beautiful. So the person's energy is guiding through Jupiter, covering the skin manifested by Mercury, in an artistic, in a creative manner, in a luxurious products with Venus, and the artistic denotation comes from Moon, which is placed in the sign of Libra. So overall overarching energy of this person is Jupiter, Venus and Mercury, but the main energy, main influencing energies of the most dispositing or the dispositors energies with Venus and Mercury. So this person also went to foreign lands, however because of Ketu placed in the 12th house, did not get much success in foreign lands, came back to her own country, became a teacher in fashion technology, in a creative fashion, in clothes, and so that's how most of her life has been guided by. So friends, now that we have seen 2 examples of 2 women, both of them in some way related to artistic denotation. The first example was that of a store manager where the foreign influence was very, very strong. Jupiter was the overarching energy, and Jupiter was influencing most of the energies in a horoscope. The second energy was that of Mercury and Venus, third energy being of Jupiter, but there was less of foreign element because of Ketu being placed in the 12th house, negating the effects of the 12th house. So the person went to foreign lands, yet was not able to get much results. So this is how we see how the overarching dispositor's energy, where is it concentrated, whether the concentrated energy planet is in a Ruchak Mahapurush Yoga. For example, if Jupiter placed in Pisces but in the 10th house or any of the other 3 Kendra houses, then the Jupiter becomes as a Hamsa Yoga, which we saw in the second example. So this is how you look at where the overall dispositor's energy is placed, how they are influencing different results in your horoscope, how they may be influencing or adding value to the nakshatra lord's energy, whichever is the nakshatra lord, which is where moon is placed in your natal chart, where the lagna lord is placed, and then depending on how the dashas are playing out, that influencing factor will again and again manifest its significations in different ways. So friends, Do look into your own horoscope, see where the concentration of the dispositors energy is placed. Look at it and then see how that particular planet or planets have influenced different decisions in your life, different choices in your life, and what yogas or doshas they are in, because those may also be influencing your life either positively or negatively. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the link given below. Till some other time with some other video, this is your friend astrologer and guide Irfan signing off.